Special Edition.
Welcome back on the Newshour Special Edition. We move on to the next big story, viewers. NCP Chief Sharad Pawar has sparked a fresh controversy after he hailed the actors and artists of the Muslim community for their contribution in Bollywood. Speaking in Nagpur, Sharad Pawar said that Muslims have the potential to contribute hugely to art, poetry and writing. He went on to call them the biggest contributors in Bollywood. Pawar also called for the need to look for ways to help Muslim minorities get their due. So first up, listen to what NCP Supremo Sharad Pawar had said in Nagpur.
चाहे आर्ट हो, चाहे राइटर हो, चाहे पोएट हो, हमें सबसे ज़्यादा इस देश में इन सेक्शन में कंट्रीब्यूशन करने की ताकत आज माइनॉरिटीज़ में है, उर्दू लैंग्वेज में है, ये हमें देखना पड़ता है। हॉलीवुड में किसका सबसे ज़्यादा कंट्रीब्यूशन है? सबसे ज़्यादा कंट्रीब्यूशन मुस्लिम माइनॉरिटीज़ के, ये हम नज़रअंदाज नहीं कर सकते।
So you heard it there. Well, slamming Pawar's appeasement, Kashmir Files director Vivek Agnihotri said that when he came to Mumbai, Sharad Pawar was the king, and like any other king, his party used to collect taxes from these Bollywoodias, is what he said, who in turn were allowed to create their own kingdoms. BJP and other filmmakers have also hit out at Sharad Pawar for conveniently ignoring the role of several other artists of different communities, the likes of Lata Mangeshkar, Amitabh Bachchan, Rajesh Khanna and Kishore Kumar.
Well, I would like to tell Mr. Pawar that you, being a very senior politician, don't communalize our industry, the film industry. I know you politicians have thrived on communalizing, the country. So keep that philosophy of yours and, spread a poison of communalizing in your own field of politics. Hindi film industry, the regional film industry in this country, all the actors, directors, producers, technicians believe in one religion, and that is what is India. India is one of the biggest countries which produces great cinema. Please do not, spread this poison in our industry.
श्रीमान शरद पवार जी कह रहे हैं कि बॉलीवुड में किसी एक समाज या धर्म का विशेष योगदान है। क्या कहना चाहते थे? हमारे अमिताभ बच्चन, राजेश खन्ना, जितेंद्र, जिन्होंने अपना पूरा जीवन इस बॉलीवुड में खपा दिया, आप उनकी तपस्या को कैसे भुला सकते हो? श्रीमान शरद पवार जी भूल गए कि यही बॉलीवुड का आरंभ हमारे दादा साहब फाल्के जी ने किया है। सब ज्ञात होने के पश्चात भी उनका यह बयान दर्शाता है कि चुनावी राजनीति के लिए वे बॉलीवुड को भी टुकड़ों-टुकड़ों में बांटना चाहते हैं।
Well, when the NCP was questioned, it came out to slam the BJP, saying that whenever minorities' contribution to nation building is acknowledged by any leader, Sharad Pawar in this case, the BJP reacts by saying that this is appeasement politics.
There is a great contribution of Muslims in the 100-year history of Bollywood. It cannot be disputed or forgotten. It is not claimed by Sharad Pawar that it is only Muslims who have built Bollywood. There has been substantial contribution of Muslims in Bollywood, and if you remove that, probably Bollywood would be made poorer. Whenever minority's contribution to nation building is acknowledged by any leader, BJP hastens to react by saying that this is appeasement. This is no appeasement. This is a mere acknowledgement of contribution.
Well, what about the former allies of the NCP in the state of Maharashtra? Mixed opinion coming in. Some of the leaders from the Shiv Sena, for example, have targeted Sharad Pawar for neglecting others while hailing contribution of one specific community. A Congress leader in the meanwhile has come out to, in fact, slam the BJP and say that the statement has been taken out of context.
क्या आप योगदान को आप नकार सकते हैं कि आप जो उनकी स्क्रिप्ट हैं, उनकी स्किल्स हैं, डायलॉग राइटिंग है, डायरेक्शन है, प्रोडक्शन है, टीम वर्क है, आप क्या नकार सकते हैं? तो अगर उन्होंने कोई ऐसा कमिट किया है, हम मानते हैं कि सभी, बॉलीवुड एक ऐसी जगह है, हिंदू सिनेमा एक ऐसी जगह है जहां पर सभी का प्रवेश है, सभी की मेहनत लगी है। तो उसमें भी अगर हम हिंदू, मुसलमान, सिख, ईसाई करने लग जाएंगे, जो कि उनसे परे है, वैसे ही हिंदी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री जो मुंबई में सालों साल से चल रही है, लाखों करोड़ों को रोजगार दे रही है, तो उस पर इस तरीके का सोच लाना और राजनीति करना सही नहीं होगा।
कि अगर कोई ये दिखाना चाहे कि हिंदुस्तान की संस्कृति और हिंदुस्तान की कल्चर के विकास में सिर्फ कुछ ही लोगों का योगदान रहा, तो उस मामले में अगर उस संदर्भ में देखा जाए तो शरद पवार जी का स्टेटमेंट सही है, ये दिखाते हुए कि हर वर्ग के, हर समुदाय के, हर धर्म के लोगों ने आगे बढ़ चढ़ के इस देश की कल्चर को, इसकी परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट्स को आगे बढ़ाया है और एक तरीके से दुनिया में हम लोगों को एक नया नाम भी दिया है, एक नया चेहरा भी दिया है।
All right, let's open this up. We have Kasturi Shankar, an actor, joining us live on this broadcast. Also with us is Mr. Mukesh Tyagi, another actor. Joining us this evening is Saira Shah Halim, writer and activist as well. But my first question is to Mr. Brijmohan Srivastava, national spokesperson of the NCP. Before we talk about whether this should have been said by Sharad Pawar, whether this is an inappropriate statement that has been made by the NCP Supremo, I want to understand why was this kind of a statement made. I want to understand, though Majid Memon has come out to say and rather termed it as an acknowledgement of the truth, Sharad Pawar in as many words has said that the contribution of the Muslim community in Bollywood is something that holds utmost supremacy. How can this be justified and how can this be termed as an acknowledgement of the truth?
Whatever Mr. Sharad Pawar has spoken in Nagpur is very close to facts, and he has not simply he endorsed the contribution to the film industry by the Muslim artists, Muslim poets and the Muslim writers, and he was speaking this fact when he listens so many deliberations in that forum debate. That debate was organized by the Vidarbha Muslim Intellectual Forum, and those people were discussing the issues before the Muslims of Indian Muslims. This was the subject there. So people were saying this thing, and Pawar Sahib has endorsed their views. That yes, you are saying the right thing.
But he has said that the biggest contributors are Muslims, and that's exactly what is being questioned here. Nobody is taking away the credit from some in the Muslim community who have reached great heights in the industry, who have brought in a lot of pride to us Indians as well with their work, with their art. But that's not the contention here. I want to quickly take in a word from our actors who are with us on this broadcast. Mr. Mukesh Tyagi, as a matter of fact, if we go by data on ground, let me point out the first two Oscar awardees from India were Bhanu Athaya and Satyajit Ray, even before Gulzar or Mr. A.R. Rahman. Though I don't want to point this out because we love all of them equally. But what do you see of this kind of politics being played out over Bollywood as an industry?
No, I can also tell so many names in it.
No, that question is for Mr. Tyagi.
Let me speak, please. Let me allow Mr. Srivastava.
Communities and
let me speak. You have spoken already, Mr. Srivastava.
Let me speak. Mr. Srivastava, hold on.
Let me speak, please. Let me speak, Mr. Srivastava. Please let me speak. You have spoken already. Let me speak. You see, the point I'm trying to say is that Mr. Sharad Pawar, who is one of the tallest and Machiavelli of Indian politics, who has been the youngest chief minister in the history of India, very tall political mature leader, has contaminated the film industry, the Bollywood, by deepening the fault line, communal fault line, Hindu and Muslim. If you see the history, Dada Saheb Phalke Award, who set up the
I disagree with your statement.
He was the founder of the Bollywood. He was a Hindu. Let me finish. You take your own turn. Mr. Sharad Pawar is known for his very high degree of propensities to the Muslim appeasement politics. You have seen his misrepresentation on the bomb blast in 1993. He invented the 13th bomb blast, which was absolutely false. Maybe there is a preposterous excuse that he wanted to avoid Hindu-Muslim riots, but he shifted the blame to LTT because Rajiv Gandhi had lost his life in that. So this is being a chief minister. He had consistently followed the politics of appeasement. Now Maharashtra is under very serious political threat and is losing his political ground. Now he's coming out with a very desperate attempt of contaminating Bollywood. I mean, we have given so much of love to our Muslim actors, Shah Rukh Khan, Dilip Kumar, whatnot. And this is what the credit you are giving. It's a secular industry. Please.
It's a secular industry, and we love the work and the art that everyone has given out to us. So why are we talking about who belongs to the Muslim community, who belongs to the non-Muslim community? Hold on, gentlemen. Let me quickly bring in Miss Saira Shah Halim. I don't have as much time, so we need to quickly move on. Miss Halim, yes, what is your opinion? Do you think this is an uncalled for analogy?
See, I'll tell you what, Bollywood in the past 10 to 12 years has made this binary about the bad Muslim and the good Hindu. And if you look at the portrayal of Muslim characters in Bollywood, it's been deeply problematic. And there have been films, you know, which are creating this problem, you know, films like Kashmir Files, who are kind of driving the seed of hatred, where they're just showing one-sided narrative of Kashmir. And it is further spewing venom in society. Now, what Mr. Sharad Pawar said was not about Muslim appeasement. He meant it as an outreach, you know, towards the Muslim community who are already feeling sidelined and othered. And I think here we don't need to feel so sensitive about it, because everyone knows that everyone has contributed equally to the making of Bollywood, be it Hindus and Muslims, because again I'm iterating
Miss Halim,
that movies,
are you telling us that the actors from the Muslim community in Bollywood are feeling sidelined? I mean, you know, the likes of Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan are one of the biggest names, not just in India, across the world. Everyone in the country today has so much love for them. So this kind of an appeasement politics is being questioned on that very extent as to why is it being now spoken of in the Bollywood side. I want to quickly bring in Ms. Kasturi Shankar into the conversation. Hold on. Let's take in your perspective as well. You're saying that a deliberate attempt is made to malign as well. So let me take in a word from Kasturi Shankar. Kasturi Shankar, you know, the BJP has of course been questioning what really is the agenda behind this kind of a statement. Has it got something to do with appeasing the minorities? But would you also deny, or rather not accept, that to an extent, you know, there have been campaigns that have run in our country that would in fact sensitivize that community to an extent that they would come out with those feelings, and that's exactly what Sharad Pawar is also talking about?
No, Mr. Sharad Pawar, I think he was at a Muslim congregation and he was trying to say nice things, but he ended up saying something that, you know, you can praise one community, but not at the cost of everybody else. And that's where I have a problem with this. Saira ji, just before me, she was saying, you know, she has in the last few years, Muslim portrayal has taken a dip in Bollywood. All I can remember is Hrithik Roshan playing Akbar very beautifully in a movie directed by Ashutosh Gowarikar, and Deepika Padukone playing Mastani, again in a very beautiful movie, again involving everybody. To me, as an actor, I've been in the field for 25 years and I speak for everyone when I say not once did we go to our sets thinking what God we bowed on to. Not
but do you think those kind of statements and remarks
where we think,
which haven't been thought through sometimes could have grave consequences, that, you know, a section of Bollywood stars, especially from the Muslim community, have been a part of a blatant communal campaign? You know, let's talk about what happened with Amir Khan, the statement that he made and the kind of backlash he had to face, or the kind of comment that was made against SRK as well when he was compared to Hafiz Saeed.
These are the kind of, when an 81-year-old most influential politician from Maharashtra, which is the center of, which is the Sanajor of Bollywood, when he ends up saying not very well thought out statements, where, you know, nobody would have complained if you say, we cannot deny the contribution of Muslim path breakers in the Bollywood industry. Sure. But when you communalize it, number one, by saying Muslim community, Muslims, period. And when you also use a superlative, most, biggest, that is going to end up polarizing Muslim contribution even more. Because everybody else, forget Hindus, Parsis, Jains, whatever, everybody else is going to feel cheated of their credit. We're going to be thinking, why is one community being highlighted at the cost of everybody else? And then when we have a
why is this being spoken of?
You know,
because, you know, we have seen actors take up roles, you know, enacting characters who belong to the Hindu community, to the Muslim community, and none of that has ever been spoken of all in all. So why this kind of a comparison, and why this question is being asked of the NCP and Sharad Pawar in particular today is, and Mr. Srivastava, I'd have loved to take this forward, but we're running out of time. But though the NCP has denied these appeasement attempts, this isn't the first time that Sharad Pawar is under fire for allegations of minority appeasement. There are a series of instances that have taken place. You know what we were told by Mr. Tyagi on how he lied about the 1993 13th blast in a Muslim majority area, later accepted it and said it was to douse communal tensions. He also called Ishrat Jahan innocent college girl, and multiple evidences to that. So that's the concern here, but we'll have to leave it at that. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Also thanking Kasturi Shankar and Sara Shawali.